Dear participants, welcome to day 4 of the short-term training program on my introduction to microcontroller and its applications. Hope you are having a very informative and very attentive session. Thank you, dear participants. Sir, you can start, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So already we have completed like interfacing of IR sensor and some other sensors, I think. And now today we will try for ultrasonic sensor and motor drive. So that is two important thing we will cover today. So So I'll explain about ultrasonic sensor, which is nothing but it works on the ultrasonic sound range, which we cannot hear. Okay, it is beyond our hearing range, but that is a sound wave through which we can measure the distance of the object. So in this picture, you can see like here we have transmitter. This around type is there. This is transmitter, and here we have this receiver. Okay. So this transmitter will be transmitting out the signal. So you can see like this red color, this wave is going away from the sensor, and when it fall on the object and it hits the object, then sound returns into the same path. Okay, back. So in this you can see like this dotted line is a reflected wave, which is called echo. So normally in empty room or somewhere in well or any big area, if we produce sound, we see that our sound is coming back after some time. Okay. So in same principle, this ultrasonic wave also work. Okay. So here when transmitter will transmit the signal, it will go with the speed of the sound, and after hitting the object, it will come back with the same speed to the receiver. Okay. So for distance measurement, we will use like time, and then we will use time, and we have a speed of the sound. So with the help of that, we can calculate the distance. So here, like how it works, ultrasound produce like 40,000 kilohertz, which travels through the air, and if there is an object or obstacle on its path, it will bounce back to the module. So this range of the like frequency range will be 40 kilohertz around, and once it transmits from the transmitter, it hits obstacle or any object in the path, and it comes back. That sound wave will come back to the receiver. Okay. So considering the travel time and the speed of the sound, you can calculate the distance. So here we have given that like formula. So suppose this is ultrasonic sensor. So from here, just example, they have taken the 10 centimeter. For 10 centimeter, how much time it takes, that that has been calculated here. So speed of sound will be around 340 per meter per second, and here if you calculate in terms of centimeter, it will come 0.034 centimeter, and then you can calculate the time. So how much time it would have taken to calculate that. Similarly, for distance, it will be time into 0.034 divided by 2, because why we are dividing by 2 here, we need to measure this distance. Okay, and what we calculate here, what we get here is the distance of that forward path and reverse path. So distance of traveling till the object and again coming back till the sensor. So we will have the dual time, like going time and coming time. Okay, for the wave. So for both the time, we will calculate. So how it calculates? when it transmits, transmitter transmits the sound wave, it starts like timer will starts. Okay, and when it comes back here, then automatically it will sense the signal and it will give alert to the microcontroller that okay, that's that transmitted signal we have received. So that stop like timer will stop. So then it's between start time and end time, it will get we will come to know that how much time it took, and we already know the speed of the sound. So with the help of that we can multiply, so it will give you the distance of both the path, like going and coming. Okay, so like forward and then reverse, so both path it will give a time distance. So we, if we divide by 2, then only one path will be there, that will be going time. Okay, that will be for forward time only. So if with that time we will come to know that okay, how much time it took, and with that time if we multiply with the speed, we will get the distance between object and the sensor. So ultrasonic sensor can be used to measure the distance of the object. Okay, especially some kind of like obstacle avoidance robot, we can use the sensor. And there are so many applications where we can use it. Like this you can use for again for doorbell. If any person will come in the range of ultrasonic, it will give you the buzzer. Also, this can be used in the any kind of dispenser like soap dispenser and sanitizer dispenser, or water like that wash basin automation. Okay, so these things, this sensor also can be used. Now here I have explained connection of the sensor. So in sensor there is 4 pin. One is VCC, another one is ground, and another one is trigger and echo. This out pin will not be there in the physical circuit. This is animated, so they have given. But here you will have VCC, trigger, and echo and ground. So 4 pin we need to connect. Okay. So VCC will be connected to the 5 volt and ground will be connected to the ground. And trigger and echo you can connect to pin number 5 and pin number 6 respectively. Okay. So here is the is the program that we will try to write. Okay, so we can write by on, not problem. Only just we need to remember the formula. So currently I will show this only for in this serial communication. With serial communication, we will first measure the distance and we will send the distance data to the serial. So we can monitor the serial and we can see the distance. Okay. So I will show this example with the Proteus also and with the physical circuit also. Okay. So let me check with the Proteus. So here I can give like guys who is not speaking, could you please put your microphone on mute? So here I have connected ground to the ground. Okay. Now connect VCC. Yeah, so here I have connected VCC over here, and VCC. Okay, now trigger. Okay, so now I have connected like VCC. I have given supply to the sensor, and I have connected ground to the ground, and trigger pin I have connected to 6, and echo pin I have connected to 5. Okay, now here since it is not physical sensor, we can't give hand here, but to give the input here we have to use, in the test pin we can use a pot to give the current or voltage. So based on that we will show the distance. Okay, in physical circuit I will show you the distance by hand. Okay, so here I am putting pot. Okay, so from pot I can give here this one, and again one side I can give positive. Okay, now for serial monitor we will check. Okay, so here from this we will transmit and this will receive. Okay, so we can connect the virtual terminal where we can get the serial data. So whatever serial data will be transmitted from here, from the Arduino, it will go to the serial monitor and we can see the distance. Okay, so now I will be writing program in the Arduino, and so we have connected trigger to pin number 6. So here we can mention 6 equal to 6. Now int equal to 5. You can start here serial dot begin 9600. This is serial. Okay, and two things you have to mention: double distance comma time Okay, returns from time taken. Okay, that's all. Now in this, we have to declare the input, which pin will be input, which pin will be output. So trigger, we have to give pulse to trigger the output. So we need to define it as a output. Pin mode trigger pin will be output. Okay, and pin mode echo pin will be echo pin will be. Okay, so now here we have given input and output, and to measure the distance, what we have to do now, first let me keep this in. Okay, so now we can go to a while loop. So what we have to do, we have to make that pin as a first low. Okay, ultra pin. So digital right trigger pin will be low. Okay, so we can keep this low for some time. We will give delay of 2 microseconds. Okay, and then we will make this pin high. Okay, we will keep the pin high for some time. Delay 10. Once this will be given, then we will wait for the time to come in. Okay, so what we can do now, we can write time taken. Pulse in. So in. Okay, now we need to mention the distance. Distance equal to time into speed. So time we know, the speed here time into speed we can see. Okay, here we have given this one 50. So to convert this, we can give this time. Okay, we can give it to long. Okay, so time taken will be pulse in. So now once we measure the distance, we can write data into the serial monitor. Yeah, so compilation is done here. So what can we do now? We will take this one. So you can see like it is 169488. So we have to go to this location. So we will go to users. Then we will go to app data and local. Under local we will have temp under temp. Under local temp under temp Arduino build 488. Okay. So under temp we will have 488. Okay. So now here we got it. Hex file. We will copy these hex and we will put into the ultra serial here. Okay. So I am keeping it into the ultra serial folder. Okay, and now going to this one, and after selecting I can give path to this. Now just save it. After save we can execute and see. Yeah, unable to open hex file for ultrasonic. Okay. I think we saved the project somewhere. Okay, I think we have 5. So we will open this project ultra serial. Yeah, so we have now, and here for ultrasonic there is one hex file. I think we need to give that. So we'll go to this. This is also installed library. So this ultrasonic is created some external library. So you have to provide hex file for this also. Already ready hex file will be there once you download the ultrasonic this library. And here in PC we can go to program data. We have central electronics library. Yeah, so we can open this. Okay. So for this only we got error. Now, okay. So we need to debug it. We have warning message. Okay. 6 seconds. We need to check program once again. Trigger pin is input. This will be low. This will be high. Trigger pin will be high. After that, we need to make it to low. I think to make it to low. Yes, trigger pin. Delay we have to give in microsecond. We have to make it low. Yeah, so we have to give delay in microsecond. So first we will give for 2 microsecond, and after making it low, then we will make it high. Then we will give delay for 10 microsecond, and then we will make it low. Okay, and here we will be waiting for the pulse to receive. So because here we have not given low, so it was giving continuous pulse, so it was difficult to measure the distance. Now we will check once again. Okay. Same will be updated. Okay. Yeah, so we can see here no distance is coming. So here with minus you can decrease the resistance value. With that it will decrease the distance. Yeah, you can see it is decreasing. So here in physical circuit we can connect this ultrasonic sensor, and we can connect the ultrasonic sensor and we can measure the distance. I will connect that and I will show that also. Here you can see in trigger. So trigger will be on for some time, and once echo will receive the signal, here you can see that. Okay, it will be red. Okay, and the distance will be in centimeter. Yes, we can measure in the centimeter. So just stop it here. Sorry. In crack version there will be problem. Sometime it will close automatically. Okay, but in a registered version there will be no problem in the simulator. And so in this one we can write the program to mention in the centimeter also. So here we are measuring distance, and what we can do here we have to remove this ln, and in this last line will be ln to print in the next line, and distance we can give like a space, and you can measure in the centimeter. You can put in the centimeter. So this distance currently we are measuring in the centimeter. Okay, so again I am clicking on the verify, so it will generate again hex file. So we will give the updated hex file again. So here we will take this updated hex file, and I'll go to ultra serial and I will replace this. Okay, now if we select here this, then I think this time it will come in the centimeter. So now you can see the distance is coming in the centimeter, so you can see, and here you can reduce that plus minus. You can reduce that distance, and in this we don't have any, we can't put physical hand here, so it will be, we have to increase and decrease distance from here itself. Okay, so this is kind of simulation. So we can do now. Yeah, we can measure this in the distance. We can measure in the meter also. We have to convert. We have just put the formula. Okay. And one question is here, why you take delay 2 micros? Yeah. So initially we will put that pin low, whichever we are going to trigger, and we will wait for some time, and then we will give this 10 microseconds. So we will give a short length, short wave only. So if you see the ultrasonic measurement in this, yeah, so here I think not given that. I will show you in another tutorial. Yes, you can see here we are for 10 microsecond the trigger pulse will be given. Okay, and for 10 microsecond we will be giving few wave sound only, not continuously we are giving. So that like transmitter will have one kind of valve, you can say gate. Okay, and it will behind the gate always continuous pulse will be generating, and for 10 microsecond that gate will be opened and again it will be closed. So what it will do within the 10 microsecond, whatever number of wave can go out, it will go out. Okay, that is the sound wave, and that sound wave only can go and come back. Okay, so just consider like I am sending one person to go somewhere nearby and come back. Okay, so if that person takes time, going time and coming time, together we can calculate, and then we can measure the distance. If that person having some constant speed, then we can measure the distance also. So similarly here, if we are sending continuously the person, and person will be keep coming, so it will be difficult to measure the distance because we will have so many wave. So that's why we are sending some packet of wave, not continuous wave. So this we will send some discrete wave. Okay, and for that we will, once we receive the signal, then we will make it high. So here you can see once the transmitted signal was transmitted and transmit signal was transmitted, then it comes. So here you will see it will be high during the, when this pulse will go high. So if it receives, then it will be high for the in the echo. So once we are scanning the echo pulse in the program, whenever echo is high at that time, we will stop the time. Okay, and we will calculate the duration. Okay, so that's why we have given in the program for 10 microseconds. So within 10 microseconds, we will leave for a small waveform, and then we will measure that after receiving, we will measure the time. Okay. So this is in simulation circuit. I will show you in the physical circuit also. So I have I have Arduino in my hand. Yeah, I have Arduino in my hand. Okay, and I have one ultrasonic sensor also in my hand. Here I have one ultrasonic sensor, and here I have wire. Okay, here I have wire to connect to the ultrasonic sensor. I will connect it now, and we will see the output in the Arduino serial monitor. Okay, so now I take this cable through which I can connect to the Arduino. Okay, here you can see I have plugged in the Arduino, and now after that, in this sensor I have 4 pin. So in this is RMC pin, we have 4 pin directly we can insert. So here I am inserting this 4 pin. Okay, and yeah, so here I have 2 power pin, that is VCC and ground. This I am giving to the controller VCC ground pin, that is 5 volt and ground. Okay, now I have 2 pin remaining, that is trigger and echo, and the trigger and echo I'll connect now to the trigger. Okay. Trigger pin number is, yeah, trigger pin number is 6. So I am connecting to 6 and 5 now. Yeah, I have connected to 6, 6 to trigger and echo to 5. Yeah, so I have made connection. Now we'll check for the distance. Okay, so let me upload the program to controller. Okay, so I am uploading program now. Yeah, so a program is now uploaded, and what I can do now, I will open the serial monitor over here. Okay, so I think it is giving 0. Okay, let me check. VCC and ground. Okay, trigger is given to pin number 6. 5. Yeah, so now you can see here, if I keep hand here, so the distance will be 9 to 15 centimeter around. So I can increase, decrease. If I'm moving hand, it will show. So in here, whatever you are seeing in the simulation, same result it is coming in the hardware also. So that's why I said yesterday, like before going for any hardware testing, you can do simulation and then you can go. So now you can check the distance it is coming correctly if I put a hand constantly in front of sensor. So with the help of this, you can make so many projects, maybe for obstacle avoiding robot, maybe for any kind of uh, dispenser, and like you can make for some safety related, security related, like in gate and all, you can put this ultrasonic sensor, and you can make doorbell, and so on. So many projects you can make with the help of ultrasonic. Okay. So I think almost I have completed ultrasonic. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Now we'll proceed with another interfacing. Okay. Yeah, this Proteus is not free. It is like you have to purchase it. But for a student purpose, you can get it cracked version and you can use it. For industry purpose, industry person, it is restricted for cracking software. So they can buy only and they can use it. For a student, they can use. If you have, if you are using for long period and for more application, then you can purchase the software. But for normal college level, I don't think required to purchase. Any more question? Yeah, you can download the software from internet. Okay, and for purchasing you have to contact to Lab Center Electronics. This software is developed by Lab Center Electronics. If you want to purchase the license and software, you can contact them. And if you just want to use from the crack version, you can check in the internet. Some people can download from there, but mostly it is advisable to use mm, purchase software. Okay, if you are using for long term and if you are using in the regular basis. Okay. Applications of ultrasonic, as I told, because our topic itself says introduction to microcontroller interfacing and application. So application, I said, like you can use this in any kind of dispenser. Okay, a sanitizer dispenser, soap dispenser, water dispenser. Okay, and you can use this for a doorbell. You can use this for security system, and you can use it for accident prevention. Like, just consider, suppose you are driving a bike, and yeah, it will be around 200 centimeter, up to 200 centimeter, even more than that it can measure. Okay, and that depends on the type of ultrasonic and quality and these things. Okay, ratings. So trigger is input or echo is input. Yeah, echo is input. Your trigger is output. Because why it is output means controller will be giving uh, signal to the sensor, and for echo pin will be giving input to the controller. So like this one for one pin controller will give output, and for one another pin the sensor will give output. So vice versa. How do we get to know this in formula? Yeah, formula here you have to calculate. Okay, and in centimeter and all we have kept here. Okay, so just a second. Okay, in formula here you can put this. Here you can see the formula. So for 344 they have taken as a distance, time, and for some 2 meter they have calculated. Accordingly you can calculate for 1 centimeter also, and then that will value will come around and also you have to divide it by 2, because you have to take the half distance. So combined together you will get that value. So directly I have multiplied that value. So you have to go in centimeter. Okay, so you have to convert this meter into centimeter, and then you have to and what time you are getting. I think that time you will get in maybe microsecond or something. Okay, so you have to multiply that, and then you can get it. Okay, so here what time you are getting, what time you will get, it will very small time. Okay, maybe in microseconds, so you have to convert that. So here that 58 point something what you are getting, and together if you calculate the formula, you will get it. Okay, so if you want me to calculate this, I can do that calculation also in the centimeter, and then we can do it. So let's try to calculate. So we are getting around 340 per meter per second. Okay, and if you want meter, so if you convert this meter into this one, so you will get 0.3 something, right? Yeah, 0.034. Okay, 350 meter per second, so 1000. So you have to get this one. Okay, a centimeter per microsecond here they have given. Okay, so for microsecond, yeah, we will get in the microsecond only, and we have to divide it by 2. Okay, that will be speed. So here let's see. 0.03 will be microsecond. Okay, so time into s equal to 10 will be microsecond. So before that, we need to know the time of the whatever distance we have. So exactly we can calculate this also. Just a second. So this is 17 meter per second. So 0.034 divided by will be 0.17, 0.17. This one into speed already have calculated. Okay, just yeah, sorry, this is the formula they have given everywhere. Okay, so this will work. If you are not giving 58, okay, then you can measure in this way. So you can put 0.344 divided by 2. So that will be microsecond, and what output you will be getting, time will be in microsecond. So you will get the value. Okay, so here directly they have given this formula will be applicable. So we can check it again. That is giving correct value only. Okay, so now I'll show you here. Yes, so you can see here if we keep, and if you see distance over here, so it is around 6 centimeter. It is around 6 centimeter. It is giving 6. If we put hand constant, we should not shake it. Okay, so it is giving correct distance only. So you can use this formula. Okay, what is this PPT, same formula you can use in the program. So this is applicable and this works fine. Okay. Any question? Yeah, okay. How do ultrasonic sensor deal with the noise? And yeah, because with the normal noise, this ultrasonic sensor will not get affected, because this is using ultrasonic sound, and normal sound will be up to 20 kilohertz. Okay, so this will not, normal noise will not affect this ultrasonic sensor. Okay. Yeah, so as I explained before, Keel can be used for programming for 8051 and other basic microcontroller. Okay, with that you can program, and you can interface this also. But programming language little will be different for the normal other microcontroller. Okay. Application of sensor I explained already. It will be for measuring distance. It will be for security alarm. It can be for robotic like obstacle avoidance, and for doorbell, and for sanitizer dispenser, for counting of the object. So there are so many applications. Okay. Now I'll proceed for another interfacing. Okay, and later we can discuss on the questions.
काम अपनी सलाह करता ले जाने में सबको
Yeah. So now I will go for now I'll go for relay. Okay, relay interfacing. So for relay interfacing, I'll show the. I thought to cover this motor drive also. So maybe motor drive will cover tomorrow. Okay. So today I will cover for relay again, because relay we can finish it in a very short time. Okay. Here you can see. This is relay PCB what we have designed and what we have. Okay, so relay will have 3 inputs, that will be input, ground, and V plus. Okay, so V plus will be given supply, and ground will be connected to ground, and input will be for trigger. So from controller you will trigger the input. Okay, and here you have 3 output, that is common, NO, and NC. Okay, so in relay, first I have fixed relay here in this, and then other stuff, and completed the relay. So this is completed relay board. Okay, so in this we have connector. This we can connect with the microcontroller. Okay, and then we have here relay power relay trigger LED, and here we have relay power LED, and this is transistor. With the help of transistor, this relay will get triggered. Okay, so we have to interface this relay with the microcontroller. So what we can do, from VCC and ground, we can connect to the microcontroller 5 volt and microcontroller ground, and this input we can connect to the any of the digital pin. Okay, so how that relay looks like. Okay, inside I will show one figure. Yeah, so here you can see one picture where inside that coil will be there, and then here you will have mechanical arrangement inside the relay. Okay, so that will be moving. That is called movable armature, and there will be iron core also. So, and in this we will have coil, and another 3 pin will be there. That is called NC, NO, and common. So in this you can see you have here your coil. So once this circuit will be closed, this coil will get energized. Okay, once this coil will get energized, this will pull this arm, and once this arm will get pulled, so this supply from the input, it will come through this. So now in normal case it will be open, and when it is energized or it is forced, at that time it will be closed. Okay, so this is function of relay. So Relay is called normally, it is called electromechanical device. Why it is called electromechanical devices? Because through electrical energy you are changing the mechanical position of the arm in the relay. Okay, that is how it is called electromechanical switch. So it will act as a switch. Once you give the power, it will be on, and once that coil voltage will be zero, it will be off. Okay, so it was developed by Joseph Henry in 1835. Okay, and still we are using this relay in the various application, and like to on and off the motor, to on and off the lights. Okay, to on and off buzzer and other things, so and so on. So we have so many application with the relay. Okay, it is also very important part in the any of the project. Okay, so mostly you have to switch on the motor, or you have to trigger the buzzer, and you have to trigger any other devices, so you can use the relay. Okay, so how to interface that and how to write a program for this, I will show. So here yeah, so here you can see you have a relay board. Okay, in relay board you will see these 3 pin what I have explained in the picture, and I have this controller connected to this USB cable. So from USB cable itself, it will get 5 volt. And now I'll connect the relay to this. Yeah. So here I have taken this plus as a plus. Okay, and I am connecting this plus to. I am connecting this plus to VCC. Okay, and negative is this one. I will connect negative to the. Yeah. So here I have negative. Okay, in this. So that negative I will connect to the ground. Okay, and I will have. Okay, so I have one input. So that input I can connect to pin number 2 of the relay. Okay, so now you can see relay gets power. Okay, and now we have this. We have to trigger this relay on and off. Okay, so what we can do, we will write a program to make the relay on and off. Okay, just will be simple program. Okay. I've connected to pin number 2. So here you can see we can define pin. We will be taking output from the controller. So I have given out, and now directly I can make high or low. So first relay out will be low, it will be in off state. Okay, and we will give delay of 3 seconds. Okay, and after 3 seconds, then relay will be on. Okay, and it will remain on for again 3 seconds. Okay, and then it will again loop in the cycle. So it will get off, and it will be off for some time, then it will be on. Okay, so now I will upload this program. Yeah. Yeah. So now you can see relay here. It is off now. It will on for 3 seconds. It will off. Again it will on and off. Okay, so if you want to print on and off, that also you can do. So here in serial you can write, okay, serial dot begin, okay, and you can give, sorry, you can give 9600, okay, and when it is on off, it you can write off serial dot println, you can write relay off. Okay, now when it is on, you can write relay on. Okay, relay on. So now if we upload, we can see in the serial also when relay is on, when relay is off. Okay, so now let me open this. Yeah, so here you can see. Now you can see when relay will be on, it will write relay on. Okay, when it will be off, it will write off. Okay, so in this way you can interface the relay. Okay. So usually relay alone we are not using. We have to use some sensors. Like if any obstacle comes, if we are connecting IR, then to trigger the relay. And there are so many cases in which case we are using relay, and we are using it combined with the sensors. Okay, so based on the sensors input, only we are triggering the relay. Okay, so this is how we can interface the relay. Yeah, how to connect relay in Proteus simulation. Okay. Yeah, so relay in physical it will not show there. Okay, but we have relay symbol in Proteus. Okay, so in physically I don't think we can do. Already instead of that, you can just blink the LED in the Proteus. But physical contact I don't think will be there. I will check if I can get some animated relay. Then I'll try. I'll show you that. Okay. Can we create an Arduino board by our own? Yes, you can do, because it is not mm, copyright protected, and it is not like patent product. So you can design your own Arduino board. Okay, that will be great. Try to design so that you will get your name also, and college also will feel proud on you. Any more question? If no question, shall we wind up?
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the day 4 session on relays, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Dear participants, I am posting the attendance form in the chat box.